So, how's it going, everybody? I actually don't think there are very many of you here just yet, but this is going to be a little bit of a different stream. I don't know if this is going to work. This is a pretty resource-hogging game, and running that alongside, you know, OBS and streaming it out to Twitch is going to be something. So this is a test to see if this will work. What I'm going to be doing today is starting a new character in the brand new Breach League. I'm going to be explaining the game as I go for those that have never seen this before. But I'm going to be playing... I've already played a character through up to, like, level 87 in Breach. What are we going to call this fella?
Raised to honor my ancestors, to die with a weapon in my hand and the Karui way in my blood. Warrior chained me, made me its slave. For 3 years, I have lived without
Let me
my
ask you a
family,
question.
my pride, my way. I welcome exile. I welcome Rayclast. Hear me, ancestors. A slave stands behind you. A warrior stands before you. And death walks at our side.
Alright, so let's see if Let Me Ask You a Question is available as a character name. There we go. Awesome. So, let me bring the music back, actually. I've just wanted people to hear that intro. I'd also like to know if the game audio is audible above the music. Now, this game is called Path of Exile. It is an action RPG in the vein of Diablo 2, not in the vein of Diablo 3 because Diablo 3 is garbage.
The dead should remember their place.
Turn that down so I can actually hear myself talk. Basically, this is... You just saw me slot a gem into that. That is where my skills are. This is Diablo 2 with materia and a sphere grid. Now, this actually looks pretty daunting. A lot of people say so when they first see it, but this is one of the most incredible parts of this game. It explores. You get to customize how your character grows, and it makes for oodles of builds. And in the meantime, the skill gems just act as materia. You hook them up together. You see what combinations you can make. Hey, thank you for the host, Minda. Ow. Rude. Now, I have a specific build in mind for this. Fractal Unity, thank you for the follow. I have a specific build in mind for this playthrough. I'm going to be playing my custom endurance charge, SUNDERNAUT. Now, in this game, because a lot of the people who follow me have never seen this, and even those who haven't played it. Actually, let me see if Teddy's online. He is not. This game has a lot of different takes on the ARPG genre. Charges. There are 3 kinds of charges, one for each of the main attributes displayed in the game. And I'm going to be wandering around murdering things slowly while I explain how the game functions, and what I'm going to be doing with this build. So don't think that I'm going at the actual pace that I can proceed at. We'll get into the fast-paced stuff in a little bit. And yes, I play a Facebreaker character, so I have auto-equip turned off. What was I saying? There are things that you can get, temporary buffs called charges. Endurance charges in particular add defense, they add regeneration, and with the right upgrades, they add insane amounts of defense. You can have up to 3 of them normally. This build's going to get probably up to 8 or 9. I doubt I'll be able to get the stuff I need to hit 12 like my permanent league character. And the other thing this build does is use a skill called Sunder, which sends out a shockwave that... Oh, I should probably actually change my loot filter to the one that I set up for SUNDERNAUT. Reload. Save. So now we don't have the animate weapon filter on. Alright. This is not a difficult boss. You stand here. Yeah, this is to teach you how to use your health potions. Now, one of the differences that Diablo players are going to notice in this is that the flasks are permanent. They fill up as I kill things. Go down. Thank you.
I live to see another dawn.
They refill as I kill things, and they have multiple uses. Flasks in this game are enchanted. You do different things with them. Some of them, they're just another piece of craftable gear. The other great thing about this, and I've played in this league a lot, so I have a lot of stuff saved up. This build is not something I ever start a league with. I usually start with a Zoo Summoner, something that can have in excess of 150 minions at once is what I aim for. That's been made harder now that the SRS cap was reduced, but I'll get into minion mechanics another time. As you can see, I've been playing a lot. I have a lot of stuff sitting around, not terribly too much, but... really? You can immediately... I didn't realize that had a level requirement of 0. Well, let's slap it on for the moment. Cool. Let's see. Do I... this is the gear I'm going to be putting on. Eventually I have this axe, because I couldn't afford to grab a Annette Series Disfavor. The Calm's Ways give me extra endurance charges and a bunch of life regen per endurance charge that I have, which is going to be a lot. Verusa's Battering Rams increases my damage immensely, and that's going to be doing a lot. This gives me life regen per endurance charge. I know it's a weird choice for the build, but the point of the build is to play around with the things endurance charges can do for you. Let me actually invest a skill point. I've never actually streamed this game before, so I'm not really sure where I'm starting with these explanations. Let's actually see if I can equip Sunder yet. Can I equip Sunder yet? I don't believe so. I believe that's a level 4 skill. Oh, it's a level 12 skill. Alright. We'll be swapping over to axes as soon as possible, too. Alright, let's see stuff I can slap on early. This will take me just a minute, guys. See if we have anything that I actually want to put on. Now, the other big difference between this and the Diablo games is, let me actually back up a little bit and explain this. You see all these? There's no gold in this game. In this game, currency items are crafting items. This, for example, turns a normal white item into a rare item with 3 to 6 affixes, different mods and such. For example, you see that this has a few different things. It gives resistances, it makes things I find better, it gives me extra mana, it makes me more accurate. This makes things into magic, and this identifies unidentified items that drop. All of this stuff, which probably actually, just for my OCD, all of this stuff actually is used for things, which means that everything in this game has a sink. Every currency in this game is used for stuff, and so it keeps the insane inflation that we saw in Diablo 3 from happening at all. But let me get back to my unique storage and see if there's anything I actually want to put on right away. I think I'll start with the Calm sign. Hey, Rick and Teddy! How you doing, guys? Is that Rick or Teddy? think, let's see, can't dodge. I'm not going to be doing much dodging anyway, so yeah, I'll take the extra fizz damage. The cold resist is helpful, and until I find a better Ami. This... No worries, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to need that yet. I'll start with the Bramblejack. I don't think I left anything. Okay, so that's all the equipment I'm going to start with. Put this back here, because eventually I want to slap a Chayula onto it. Now, this is actually going to be me taking a break. A moment here. I'm not going to be taking a lot of time and playing through the story bits, because I'll be here forever. This is mostly just showcase the game. I'll do a story playthrough of this game at some point, probably. Possibly when I'm trying to get the specific all years achievement that is for hitting everything. But, I just completely lost track of what I was saying. But for now, I'm going to be playing through this build, which aims to... I'm going to switch over to axes as soon as possible. In fact, I'm going to go buy an axe right now. And we'll switch to Molten Strike, because I don't really like Heavy Strike. Hey! Alright, give me an axe. Give me an axe, Tarkly. That'll give me a Chromatic Orb. Anytime I find. Alright, well, I guess I'll go with the one-handed. Alright. Ah, excuse me. For those wondering what just happened, new players, that was... I don't want to use Heavy Strike. That item that I bought from him and then sold right back to him is an item that is a specific vendor recipe. You sell it to him and it gives you a thing for it. In this case, a Chromatic Orb, which changes the color of the materia slots in an item. I've saved up a bunch. My first build in every league is a Zoo Summoner. I like it, I'm used to it, it has almost no unique investment to begin with. I need a Bones of Uller and that's it. I need a Bones of Uller and 2 Clay Shapers when I hit level 40, and that's it. Everything else is easy to get with the currency I find along the way. But this is the first melee build I ever really enjoyed playing. It's silly, it's not meta, it's not high tier, it struggles with certain things, but I find it incredibly fun. And we're not even going to really get into it until we're not even really going to get into it until I silly is fun. We're not even really going to get into this build until I get Sunder at level 12. And I have one sitting in my stash, but that's when I'm going to start retooling this to be what I want it to be. That's cool, Ted. But yeah, the big difference between this game and, say, Diablo 2 is that every class can use every skill. It's not limited. Like, you get provided different skill gems if you start with different classes. What class determines are 2 things. Your starting point on the skill tree, which does matter, because you got to spend points to get someplace. You can make a witch that's melee focused, or a spell-casting marauder, but it takes a little extra doing.
Mana is gone.
By the way, Teddy, how's the in-game audio versus the music? The other thing that it does is every class has 3 subclasses that you can get into once you hit Act 3, though usually it's safest to do it at once you beat normal mode, the first playthrough of the game. That further give you specific bonuses that the other classes can't. The other classes and the other subclasses called ascendancies can't have. This is going to be a Juggernaut who gets bonuses related to defense and endurance charges, since I wanted to play around with endurance charges. That's what I concepted this build around. Okay, so the SFX and the music are quiet compared to me, but that's good. I'm actually going to turn up the sound effects a little. And we'll see how that works in a minute. And a fizz, thank you. So we'll be getting into that once I actually get that far. I wanted to save this build for the stream to see, like, if this works out, I'll stream a bunch more Path of Exile, and I'll do it with this character. Just so you guys can be with me along the way. Now, the skill I currently am using is just the skill I get until Sunder. A lot of people will tell you the meta way to play is to pick a skill, level up 2 maps with it, and then respec into the build you actually want to play, which, I'd rather level the character with the build I want to play. That's just how I personally have fun. Now, one of the things this game introduced a while back is in-game loot filters you can customize yourself. You'll be seeing things drop with weird colors and weird emphasis, and some of them will have borders, and they won't always make a ton of sense. That thing I picked up earlier was something that, like the thing I bought from Tarkley, can be traded into the shop. Those orange things with the purple borders are currency items. Can be traded into the shop for a chromatic orb. Come on, come on. Go down already.
My mana is gone.
And I've got a weird set of things on my loot filter. Mostly just things that I like to pick up. Let's see. I'll grab the medium mana flask. Swap that over. For example, I actually switched off my animate weapon filter. There's a skill in here that turns weapons on the ground into minions that fight alongside you for a certain length of time. It's very fun, and I run it on my summoner because I've been playing. I played Summon Necro in Diablo 2, and of course I started here. But that just leads to weird screen clutter on this. Now, the one thing I will say, and if this is going to drive you nuts, I apologize, but I have pretty bad obsessive-compulsive disorder. And if I hide things completely, it drives me to distraction. The little voice in the back of my head says, "You missed something, you missed something." And so I don't hide anything. I make certain things stand out, but you'll be seeing a lot of clutter that more professional loot filters don't filter out. And yeah, the item filter is a godsend. When they added that in 2.0 when they added Act 4, and it made so many people so happy. They did a lot of things when they upgraded to 2.0 with Act 4. Hey, there's a little froggy friend. Hey, Thor, how you doing? They fixed a lot of things. They fixed VSync, they made the connections better, they made the game run better, they worked in a lot of cool mechanics, but I swear to God, the best thing they did was add in the item filter. Like, that made the game so much less stressful for me. Because I loved the game at that point, but it drove me to distraction. When I started playing the game, I had undiagnosed obsessive-compulsive disorder, and so I didn't really understand why. Let's see, is that... 17, 5 to 9, 1.5... Yeah, I might as well just swap to the two-hander now. Hey, Bling-a-Ling, how you doing? Alright, so, we haven't run into him yet, but... what was I going to talk about? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't hold Alt to compare it. I'm the one who taught you all the shortcut commands. This game is not new. I've been playing it since 2014, but it adds new content constantly, and I might as well talk about that now, actually. Thanks for the segue. Path of Exile. Path of Exile is hitting a critical mass, but it is not new. It released officially in 2013. It's basically the Diablo 2 sequel. I mentioned earlier how it's the Diablo 2 spiritual successor that Diablo 3 wasn't. I mentioned earlier how it's Diablo 2 with materia and a sphere grid, and I'll bring that back up for you, Bling-a-Ling, if you want to see the skill tree that you navigate. But this game is not new. It does, however, constantly update itself. I'm playing in a challenge league right now, the Breach Challenge League, and I'll explain how that works in a minute. But challenge leagues are 3-month-long leagues that test out a new mechanic they're thinking of adding to the game. For example, in this one, we haven't run into one yet, but breaches. Excuse me. Little grasping hand things that open a portal into another world that you can then fight monsters from. The more you kill, the longer it stays open.
To kill is to live, break last.
But what was I saying? Every 3 months or so, they come out with a new challenge league that when they finish a challenge league, they roll the mechanic into the core game in some way, either in a large or small way. For example, Prophecy. Oh, well, give me a second. I just got a trade request. Pop out.
My mana is gone.
That is a very big skill tree, yeah. Okay, I need to actually get my stuff together. Whew. Alright, now I just had a guy message me to buy something. The Cracking Girdle Cloth Belt. I have a... There we go. I'll take you guys to my hideout real quick, which I have not This game is free. This game is entirely free. It makes all of its money off in-game cosmetic microtransactions, and that is one of the reasons that I love it so much. One sec, let me actually link it to this guy. They call it ethical free-to-play, and it is. Alright, come on, get into my hideout, buddy. There we go. At this point, I've spent probably $600 in the game over the last few years, but that's because it keeps offering me things I want. And hold on, let me actually organize my stash. Hold on.
God bless you, Exile.
I haven't dedicated my hideout, but if you ever missed the secret bases in Pokemon, if you're worried about the game running, Teddy can actually help you turn down the graphics. I think there are ways to do that, I believe. But let me see. I'm not going to slap an essence on that just yet, I don't think. Let's see. Other jewelry adds damage to attacks. I actually like that a lot. There we go. But let me actually get some currency that's useful to carry around. You and you and you and you. Portal scrolls, so I don't have to screw around. Back to town. Okay, I was saying something a minute ago about leagues. Every 3 months they come up with a new challenge league that shows off new mechanics or tries new things. Do they have a guild system? Yeah, I have a little mini guild you can join, actually. I'm going to keep it to people who I know are part of my community, but... yeah. Oh, let me actually pull up a portal microtransaction. I'm going to have a grasping hands pet. Fun little guy follows me around. Check this out. Isn't that cute? Horrifying, but cute. What portal do I want? I think for now I'm going to use the black hole portal effect. Awesome. This is the Breach League. But there's also permanent leagues that you can go in. Where all your stuff ends up after you finish a league, which means that your stuff never goes away forever. And this game is actually really polite about hardcore mode. You can play hardcore. And if you die, your stuff doesn't get deleted. Your character and all the stuff they have on them just gets moved to the softcore league, the core softcore league, which means that you can still play around with your stuff, and softcore becomes a dumping ground. Now that leads to some economic problems, but you know, if you want to play for the economy, you play in the temporary leagues. If you want to play around with your gear, you play in the permanent leagues. Yeah, old computers will probably have a problem with this, Thor. I apologize.
Return to Kitava.
Now, I don't know a ton about the... Hey, YD12K, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I don't actually know a lot about the real-world culture of the Maori, but apparently... the Karui in this game are actually based on them, to some extent. I don't know the actual details. I'm not an expert by any means. What is the grind, you say? There are a lot of grinds. It's an ARPG, so there are a lot of grinds. I don't know which specific one you're asking about. What is the grind like? Immune to freeze and chill. I'll take it. Well, it's still a Diablo-esque game, so you're still running the same content over and over, but there are a lot of different additions to the game, a lot of different ways to vary it up. The end-game content, there are more than 100 different end-game areas that you can run. There are 5 or 6 uber bosses that you can fight, plus the ones that are in this league. Yeah, it really only gets grindy once you get to like 85 or 90, and by that point you're invested. You can beat the game by level 70. And it also takes away a lot of the cumbersome nature of Diablo 2's grind, in that your stash is shared across all characters that you have on your account, which means that you can find something neat that you want to build around, stick it in your stash, make a new character, and there it is. Which is how I prepared the items for this build. Ah, there you are. 3, 2, 1, 0. Awesome. Oh yeah, this game is really nice. It constantly comes out with new content. They balance stuff. If they have unimplemented ideas in the current Challenge League, they implement them partway through a league, which I guess is comparable to a season in another game. Once a league ends, all the stuff in it gets... like, if you have, say, 3 characters and 4 stash tabs in the Softcore Challenge League, those get tossed into the Softcore Permanent League, and you get to use them there. The same with the Hardcore versions. And then the new mechanics get migrated if they're deemed appropriate. If not, they get worked in some fashion. For example, we're still getting little tidbits of Talisman League, which was a mess. An interesting mess, but hard to implement. Yeah, it'd be great to have you, Bling. It's always nice to have people in on this trip. I talk about it constantly. I preach about it, basically, but this game is so much fun. Now, a question. How's the video? Is the video screwing up? Is it lagging? Is it flickering? Is anything going wrong? I wasn't sure if this... I think I'll go with the Ancestral Protector.
A necromancer. I've traveled inland.
Is everything going well with the stream? Because this is a fairly resource-intensive game the way I've got it running. Alright. Now, we've got a couple levels, so let's see what we can change up. I'm not going to be blocking. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that was actually better. Cool. See. Nope, nothing there. It's a one-handed axe. Oh, it does a lot more damage than I've got. Yeah, until I get my two-hander, I'll use that. Attack speed, lightning damage, yep. Better than the blank thing I was wearing. Alright. And yeah, that's all the changes I'm going to make for now. Once you've played the game a while, you accumulate a stash full of interesting... unique items, which is the term this game uses for legendary items or whatever. Anything good in here? Nope. Which means that you can gear up a second character very easily. Yes, it is a puzzle inventory. You have to fit what you want to carry into the grid. Certain things can be stacked up, like you see I have stacks of these currency items that I'm going to be using in the field, but in general, you do have to fiddle with inventory management. Also, sup, Crix? Now, I'm going to be a lot more powerful this early in the game than most fresh players will be, both because I'm decent at the game. I won't say I'm, you know, super meta good, but I've also got a bunch of gear saved up. This is, oh, sup, Elrion. Now, I mentioned earlier, oh, and there's a level, sweet. I mentioned earlier how this game had basically Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire's secret bases. Well, those are expressed through these guys. You meet them in the wild. Once you do missions for them, once you get them up to level 3 favor, you unlock a hideout. And you can decorate the hideout, you can invite other masters to the hideout to do missions for them. As they level up to 5 and 7, you get a larger hideout that has more masters available in it. They also give you a crafting bench that lets you add specific things onto pieces of gear that you have decided to craft. This guy is Elrion. He's going to make me do a mission where I protect this little thing. I'm going to do that real quick.
Any moment now, this holy spot's going to be buried in filth. The corrupted will pour in here, bent on eclipsing anything and everything that has been touched by divinity. I hope you're good with the shovel, Exile. Glory to the pure and mercy to the fallen.
He's a little zealous. Now here I've got a totem, a little friend that attacks for a little while, independent of me. And this one actually gives me a buff. I believe he makes me faster. A lore master and a Loreweaver, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Now there's all sorts of... There are... I believe a couple hundred different skill gems in the game. A lot of them are support gems that modify skills, others are skills themselves, but the combinations are ludicrous. There are so many. Oh, there you are. Fuck you.
A moment, Crusader, for those who have fallen before us.
Now, I got no experience for this guy, because I've already got him at level 7 on my other character. But, there's a notable here. I mean, I'm going to take it anyway, I'm just reading what it does. Makes me more accurate, deal a lot more damage, and attack faster. Sounds good. Now, right now, I'm looking for a side area, the Flooded Depths, which... yeah, that's one of the reasons I actually like Molten Strike here, is that the second hit hits just late enough that it hits the respawning shell crabs as they come out of their shells. Oh, you didn't even see the half of it, Crix. This is the skill tree. This game, like I've said, I keep saying it, but this game is Diablo 2 with materia and a sphere grid. Alright, that's the way forward, so I need to find the Flooded Depths elsewhere. See, my loot filter let me make that particular currency item larger. Hey Weak, hey Mo, and show up with brighter colors and make a noise when it dropped. The skill tree is the most intimidating part of the game for new players. I freely admit that. I like showing it off just because it's a good what the fuck moment, but it's fairly straightforward. It just looks intimidating. Later, Teddy. Yeah, the skill tree is really where, like Teddy said, the skill tree is really where you learn whether you're going to be a Path of Exile player hardcore or just once in a while. Because if you look at that and go, oh, fuck yes, like Teddy and I did, you're going to be here forever. Ooh, okay, there's an icon up on the map. You see that little red icon there? That's a breach. And you see these little purple wisps that are floating in the air. This is the League mechanic. I'm going to kill this boss before I take that on. Oh wow, I'm doing a lot of damage. You're not intended to kill him that fast. You see this thing? This is the League mechanic. I'm about to step into this. It's going to start an expanding circle, and within that circle are going to appear otherworldly monsters. And I'm going to murderize them. And they're going to drop loot, and they're going to have a chance to drop specifically breach-specific items, and it's going to be a good time. Let's do it. The more of these I kill, the longer this stays open. Now, they're not very dense this early in the game. Come on. Everything. Man, I forgot how few of them there are this early. Man, yeah. Once I get to the late game, the entire screen will be covered in loot from that. So, I leveled up from it, though. Alright, I'm gonna grab some life, first off. I've got plenty of damage. And that is one of the cool things about this game. That is a cosmetic portal microtransaction. It's entirely how this game makes its money, is cosmetic stuff like that. There is exactly zero pay to win in this game whatsoever. And I love it to pieces for that. Get rid of that. What level am I now? 8? Alright, let's see what new gear I can slap on my body. But yeah, there's, this is actually a specific type of stash tab you can buy. Normally, they all look like this. But this, it stores up to 5,000 of each major type of currency. Basically, these make your weapon better, these make your armor better, these make your flasks better. This makes a gem better, or can be used in a recipe to make a level 20 gem into a level 1 20 quality gem, which is how I usually do it. These make maps better, which is an endgame thing. These upgrade and mess with things. These... Yeah, this... Corruption is something I'll get into later when it really becomes relevant, but this gives you extra refund points, where if you make a mistake on your skill tree, you can refund the passives. I don't want to refund that because I actually want that point. And redo it. So it's also not permanent. One of the big problems with Diablo 2 was that you're stuck with your build no matter what if you fucked it up. More than, once or twice. Oh, I didn't look for my gear. Hold on. But yeah, Crix, have you ever played Diablo? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do have a Veil Breach gem. Let's see, stun... No. That thing is just a cheap tactic to make weak gems stronger. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Screw you, but fair enough. Alright. Oh, I got a belt. Now, uniques in this game follow a particular philosophy. They have to do something that a rare item can't. Either be a ludicrous stat stick. Like, I don't believe you can get Leech on a rare item except for essences. I believe you can with essences. That's going to give me life and mana leech. Your mom used to play Diablo 3. I pity her. Oh, that poor thing. Diablo 3 was so bad. Oh. I'm actually gonna quality up the stuff I'm using just for the moment. Diablo 2 was the really good one. Yeah, basically I'm running around with a bunch of damage boosting items on me, which is making the first few levels into a joke. Anyway, let's see, this away? What was I going to talk about with the game mechanics next? Whoops, that is the wrong way. By the way, is the map up in the large mode? Does that bother people? I have a hard time looking at it out of the corner of my eye, because usually when I play, I just play with it. Ooh, there's another breach up here. Sweet. I can tell by the purple wisps. But usually I play with it overlaid. Kill this stuff before I tango with that breach. We're in a tight space, so it's not really going to be a fun breach anyway, but... Wow. Come on, show me some monsters, will ya? That's it? Wow, that was disappointing. Man, normally I play, Normally I play a summoner, and so being right in front of people is not all that important. Being right on top of monsters. In fact, usually you don't want to be right on top of monsters because you're squishy, and if they touch you, you implode. But I'm still... It's been 6 months since I built the first version of this character, and I'm still getting used to it. It's such a different style of play. I was never a melee player in Diablo 2 either. I was always a summoned necromancer. Ooh, here's something. Here is an example of a mechanic that got rolled into the main game. Essences. Ooh, unique. We'll check that out in a minute. It's not a very good one, but I always find it fun. I have a collection of unique items in the permanent leagues that I'm trying to get one of everything and a perfectly rolled one of everything. So I keep every unique that I find towards that goal. Now this is an essence. It says Whispering Essence of Greed. I'm going to poke this guy in the middle 3 times. He's going to be a rare monster with a special bonus because of the Essence of Greed. And I'm going to have to kill him and his buddies to get this essence. But the essence, you may have seen earlier when I used one on this, it gives a specific guaranteed roll of a specific stat. Usually mods are random on a generated item, rare or magic. This is a good crafting thing, and they upgrade into better ones later on. But this got rolled into the main game in different amounts from when it showed up in Essence League, which was the last league. I'm gonna smack this guy, and he's dead. You see those red balls? That is a Essence ability. Man, this is ludicrously... I'm doing a ludicrous amount of damage to these things. I forgot how good a Screaming Eagle was as a leveling item. Necromancer... Necromancer summoned creatures. I guess, if you really want to. I think there are laws against that in most civilized countries, though. Okay, fine. Get over here. Now, I guess I should be talking about the story, since I got nothing else to talk about at the moment. This is a world... You're basically in fantasy Australia. Or Rayclast is an abandoned land filled with corrupted magic and of The Walking Dead that that is used as a garbage pit for criminals. You're condemned to exile. It doesn't matter what it is. You could have insulted the emperor. You could have raped and murdered a village. You could have just not had a proper permit for your entertainment business. A very common punishment for crimes is exile. Now there are corrupt reasons for that. There's basically Yosef Mengele, the fantasy Yosef Mengele is conducting experiments on people, and they're sending exiles over as fodder for that. But you get dropped off on the coast, and you wind up in Lionized watching because you're the player character, you're the hero of the story. Yeah, jaywalked one too many times. You go on an adventure. There are 7 different characters. You start with the ability to use 6 of them. The Scion, the Ascendant, is unlocked when you hit Act 3. When you hit the end of Act 3 later in the game. You have to find or unlock her. There are 3 primary attributes. Each of them is either focused on a primary attribute, like the Marauder here is Strength, or it's a hybrid. Marauder is Strength. He is a Karui warrior, a fantasy counterpart of the Maori. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Dexterity is the Ranger, who is a just a poacher, basically, living on her own, who got caught and exiled here, who, by the way, is gay, Mo, since I know you'll like that. You'll like that fact. Ooh, that's a clasped hand. Give me that. Thank you. The intelligence-based one is the Witch, focused on spellcasting and minions, who is... Well, first off, she's a witch, so she got exiled for that. But she killed a bunch of people because they burned down her hut. She's not a good person, by the way. Several of those people were children. The intelligence strength mix is a Templar, much like Elrion, the master we saw earlier. He broke ranks with the Orthodoxy because he got fed up with the corruption, and he got exiled for it. The Dex-Int hybrid is the Shadow, who's an assassin, and the Dex-Strength hybrid is a duelist, who is a pit fighter. Well, he's a professional duelist. What are you talking about? There's no bad time for Crypta the Necrodancer music. Can't wait till I actually get to be the right level for Sunder. Two levels to go. I like Molten Strike, but it's not accurate. Now, one of the cool things about the skill gem system in this game, you see how it spawns 3 little projectiles there. I can modify this to do extra projectiles. I can modify it for the projectiles to last longer or have larger area of effect. I can have them do extra fire damage. Basically, I can modify the skill to hit 3 times with every click of the button. These all modify how much the skill costs mana-wise, and the damage values and stuff. Support gems are one of the really cool... Oh, hey, look, there's another essence up there. I see it on the minimap. Ooh, this one's got the dogs. Whispering Essence of Greed. Now, the Essence of Greed is one of the types. It does leech damage and life recovery rate and life regen per second, which is a useless mod. But in general, the essences each have a specific theme, and they do things within that theme. And as you trade them up, more powerful versions of them do more powerful things. In general, but they're all the same mods, just upgraded over time. Alright, there you are. I'm gonna hop back home for a moment and sell some shit.
You managed to kill a granddaddy crab. Pity you couldn't like it.
Alright, what do we got here? Oh yes. There. I picked this up, not because I need the gem, but because it has quality. There's a vendor recipe where you trade in 40 quality worth of gems and you get a gem cutter's prism. And this is an Aberrath's Horn. This is an example of something that's not like end of the game, but it's useful for leveling. It's great for fire spells and such. But I'm going to keep it to compare against my other Aberrath's Horns and pick the best one, etc., etc. Collections, collectathons, etc. 3, 4, 5, 6. Essence... Oh, I got 2 of those. Alright, what do we got? Strength, Dex, Int. I'll put it on for the moment. Don't really need that one. See, I've already got a few Aberrath's Horns. Oh yeah, the one I've got on is better. Let's see. Ooh. Ow. Oh yeah, no, that's a spellcasting item. Alright, what do we got here? Oh yeah, this is a good track. Breach rings are one of the other new parts of this league. Their properties are doubled while you're in a breach. So you walk into a breach and suddenly you get double effects from these. Let's see, anything here I want? Attack speed. Attack speed and rarity. You're ditching a lot of damage though. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to take that gore drill and put it in my stash. And now I have life regen. The percent life regen is way, way, way more important than, say, flat life regen, unless the flat life regen is really high. It's just such a weak mod. Not entirely sure why they persist in keeping it like that, but... Now, these dogs are a pain in the dick for summoners, because you don't get any minion life regen until you're quite a ways into the skill tree, and these dogs drop Burning Ground whenever they die. It's not so much a trouble for you as it is for your dudes. Oh, right. I forgot about you. You're new. This guy is new. The Fawn guards Navali, who is a fortune teller. You find her here, you unlock her in town, and you can hand her silver coins to get prophecies, which are basically just extra side quests. Loads of fun. I don't tend to... I played Prophecy League more than any other league in the history of this game, probably because I spent most of it mentally curled up into a ball on terrible anti-anxiety medicine that was making me more anxious. I spent 2 months straight playing Prophecy,
A slave
and...
is not a man. A slave is not even worthy of death.
God, you're a dick. But... what was I saying? Oh, hey, boss, let's kill Chatters real quick. Okay, but, I played a lot in Prophecy, and when they rolled them into the main game, they made the silver coins too rare, I think. It's such a cool mechanic that just isn't... If you've played through most of the game, it's just not worth engaging with.
In the court of the goddess, every man and
This
woman
guy's
is
voice acting
deemed
is
worthy
delightful.
of redemption. Though you might be shackled by the tribulations of the past, the trials ahead offer you both freedom and glory. The future is yours, if you're bold enough to reach out for it.
Here's the Trial of Ascendancy. There are 6 of these scattered throughout the game world in each difficulty. What you have to do is succeed at these trials, touch the thing, ow, touch the thing at the end, and it unlocks the Lord's Labyrinth, which is how you unlock your subclass. You do that once in each difficulty, and once when you get to maps. Oh great, another side quest. What do I gotta do? Kill some rats? You know, you say that. There is one that... actually, the rat-killing side quest is one of the best. It's not, you have to go kill some rats, it's you will enter an area that is filled with rats. And they give you experience, and they drop gear, and they don't fight back. The rat prophecy is actually one of the better ones. There's an equivalent one that is... the area is flooded with frogs, but that one makes me sad. Very sad. For obvious reasons. If anyone here who knows me. Oh, this whole area is just a dead end. Alright. Well, fuck you too, map generation. The prophecies do a lot of bonus things, but they're not intrusive, and they're not stupid. They're not MMO repeatable quests, despite them being repeatable and being side quests. It's pretty well handled. I love them. I've had the rat prophecy enough that I can recite it from memory. Swarms of fur and teeth. Wait, hold on. No, I can't recite it from memory. I'm dumb. I said that and I immediately forgot how to... Whatever. There's a breach over there. I'm excited about that. Now, I just picked up a shrine. That was an early challenge league. The shrines have different effects for like 45 seconds or so. This one makes me send out ice novas. I'm gonna duck into this real quick. Ice Nova some assholes. If there are any assholes to Ice Nova, come on. Please?
My mana is gone.
Did I get anything? I have not gotten a single splinter for any of these. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, come on over, guys. I'll just drop it there. Okay. A breach full of rats. Yeah. Alright, let's grab some more melee physical damage. I should really have my my build from my Permanent League version up in the corner, but I'll check it I'll check it a little later. Correct myself with some of the free respec points you get. And we are actually getting Act 5 later this year, and it's gonna be awesome. We're getting a whole extra act. It's going to be 3.0. They're going to be implementing a whole bunch of things like trade improvements. That is... normally the mini-map is in the corner. I like having it... I like having it overlaid because it makes it easier for me to pay attention to what's going on. But if that bothers you guys, I will make sure to keep it up as little as possible. Ooh, that's a 20 quality. I can get a... and vendor that for something. It's up right now. And now it's in the corner. It's good to know that this game functions perfectly on stream. I was afraid of that. I don't know why this game runs fine and Overwatch doesn't. But we'll test Overwatch tomorrow probably. Level 12. Alright, let's duck out and grab Sunder. Alright, let's sell some garbage. Yep, added fire. Drop off all this gunk. And there we go. Have I got a good two-hander yet? I should probably switch back to a two-hander. Okay, that's no... right, that's cold to fire. Oh, excuse me. Well, thank you for stopping by, Thor. It's always good to have you in the chat. Yeah, I got nothing. So let's buy something from Tark. Give me an axe. I guess I'll take it. Okay, and drop you for the moment. That's not going to do anything for me at the moment because I'm not wielding a two-handed weapon, but Now we have Sunder. Sends out a shockwave. Everything it hits sends out a little mini shockwave. And it's basically awesome. Not the highest tier meta, but I like it, and that's all I need. Ooh. Oh, Spring... that is Silver Branch. Spring Leaf is the shield. That's a fun little bow unique. Bow leveling unique. Here's another example of something that came from a previous league, a Strongbox. It's a giant chest that has special modifiers and summons a bunch of enemies when you touch it. Oh, it is so good to be using Sunder again. Oh, I love this skill so much. Doing so much damage compared to what I was. Ah, Phil. Have you ever played Diablo? 2 or 3, barely matters which, though if you've only played 3, we're gonna have some words. And yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself with explanations of this game, as I go. You have not. Well, it is an action RPG. You run around, you kill monsters, you find loot that helps you get stronger to kill tougher monsters, and it's a grand old time. Later, Thor. This is my favorite action RPG. Path of Exile. It's free to play. It's got no pay to win, which is astounding. And now I can actually go back and get my two-hander. So give me a sec. But you run around, you kill things, you find cool gear, you use the cool gear to kill more things. That's enough of that. Awesome. You and you. Alright. Do I have a good gem? No, that requires a much higher level. Yeah, I'll use the additional accuracy gem for now. Side note. What you got for me as a side note? Discord is the first time you've entered a completely new community and actually interacted with it. Well, we're glad to have you. We're honored you chose to do that with us. Ooh. Of course. Well, shouldn't have spent all that currency on that, because now I've got this. Oh, I should probably actually drop off that other unique, huh? There we go. We're all sickeningly nice. Yeah, how dare we, huh? Too nice, 5 me. I'm glad you've had a good reception. Alright, there it has 5 sockets. Let's get at least a 4 link. There's a 4 link. Alright, let's make it red. Alright, now what do we got for one more red support? I suppose? Stun doesn't actually modify my, Okay, yeah, let's use stun. Ancestral Protector. Minefield. No. Alright. And now we have Sunder properly online. But yeah, basically the core essence of the game, kill things, find loot, kill more things, find more loot. It's a pretty simple thing. Oh yeah, oh that's so much better. I just tripled my damage. Everything's just exploding. And yes, for any Pro Path of Exile players, I realize that I am in a level 9 area. I'm not exactly in the endgame, but it's still satisfying. Alright, now on to Brutus.
An exile here. A shame the Warden won't leave anything for me to examine. Make sure you tell our host that Piety of Theopolis sends her regards.
I'd like you all to meet Joseph Mengele. That is a real monster who's been experimenting on people, and yeah, she's pretty awful.
Still the Karui barbarians advance from the south. Lioneye is dead, his legion slaughtered. Should the need arise, we shall retreat through Prisoner's Gate, raising my barricade behind us. But our Lord Brutus nears readiness. Foul times demand heroism. The Warden will serve as our savior. May he crush the Karui into the sand with the mighty fists I shall gift to...
Yeah, murder. Ooh, there's a breach right over here. Well, let's try out our new Sunder gem on it. God, there's so little going on in the breaches this early. I completely forgot.
Go to Hinekora.
Get nice numbers of splinters, though. Alright, I think that's everything I'm getting out of this breach. So, this is what I was looking for earlier. The splinters. There are 5 different types of breaches. I'll explain that in a minute. You are perfectly fine to... Oh, the undead hands are following me out of the ground because I bought the... I bought the Grasping Hands pet, which follows me around. I can actually have 2 pets out at once, so I'm going to use my Lightning Swarm pet. So now I got Fireflies and Zombie Hands. I will explain the server after I kill Brutus.
If it be a horror, I will show you what true horror is.
Well, that was easier than I expected.
Is the plaything of the ancestors, slave master.
Okay, so, the Minecraft server. It is perfectly fine if you have a $5 cap. Not everybody can afford it. So if you want to play in the Minecraft server and you can only afford $5 a month, go for it. I'm okay with that. But yeah, there are 5 different kinds of breaches, because there are 5 different breach lords. Zoff is the fire one. His are the most common. Tull is the cold one.
Some death as well.
Esh is the lightning one. Ulnatol is the physical one, and Chayula is the very, very rare chaos one. You find splinters of these. 100 of them combine into a breach zone, which lets you enter their boss area. And this character's, once he's in the end game, he's going to be, he's probably going to be my domain runner, because my summoner's just not fast enough. Oh, Leap Slam. I need that. I'll put Leap Slam on R. It's random which one you find. Ulnatol is rarer than the elemental ones, and Chayula is rarer than all of them. So it's random which one you find. And now I can jump places. Bam! What is 2 plus 2? Love. Well, love is for everything. Alright, you can unfollow me now. I'm pretty ashamed of that one. That was weak.
Find your own way and land, exile.
Well, not getting through that way. You really sick of your shit, Steve? Steven, we didn't mean it literally. But yeah, basically the entirety of these people's income from the game is in microtransactions and supporter packs that get you specific cosmetic effects or physical rewards. None of the stuff that they make affects your... The closest it gets is stash tabs. You can buy extra storage space, which technically gives you an advantage, technically. But you have like 30 character spaces, and you're allowed mule accounts to store stuff. So anyone can do that. It's just a matter of consolidating it. But you can buy extra character slots if you really need them. You can buy stash tabs. You can buy special types of stash tabs. You can buy skin transfers, which turn an item into a cosmetic thing. For example, if you want your limb split to look like Atzirius' favor, you can do that. And you can buy pets. I'll show you guys my my hideout in Standard, which I haven't decorated since I switched its base, but it is full of frogs. Because of course it is. Because it's me. You can buy weapon effects, you can buy pets, you can buy armor effects, you can buy cloaks, you can buy decorations for your hideouts, you can buy... oh, hi, Burning Menace. Bye, Burning Menace. That was ludicrously easy. Note to self, maybe go a little bit easier on the added damage.
Inekora, Mother of the Dead, is this your land I walk upon?
In fact, now that I've unlocked that waypoint, I'm going to show you guys my frogs. It'll take me a second to load, obviously, but Alright, so, I think you may be able to tell what my favorite animal in the world is. And yes, there are turtles and cats and monkeys and toads and snakes, and there's a scorpion there, and there's a little lizard with a bell on his back up here who is adorable. Look at that guy. Look, he's a little dinosaur. And when he walks, the bell actually rings. I think he might be stuck, though. It's hard to hear, but the bell actually rings. Gotta be pigs, yep. Frogs are a blessing. Whoops. That's not supposed to go there. Alright. Now. Hey, Teddy, welcome back. Oh boy. Yeah, you missed my frog hideout. Alright, so, Grinding Gear Games, the people who make Path of Exile, are not in any way, shape, or form fucking around when it comes to colonialism. One of the first optional bosses in the game...
Frankly, I would have been surprised if you hadn't recognized me. Yes, 'tis I, Captain Sigmund Fairgraves, wave tamer, pirate bane, and conveyor of civilization to barbaric land. Farewell.
Yeah, he's a dick. And he sends you to go get a magic artifact, blah, 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 blah. Aw, thank you, Mo. Ooh, hey, another essence. Sweet. I'm running into a lot of these. I didn't run into nearly this many on my initial playthrough of Reach. But yeah, I thought you might appreciate that, Mo. One of the first optional boss fights is that asshat. Alright, so that's the way to Mervale. Where the hell is the sunken ship? Oh, there's Haku.
Warrior.
Not today, Haku. I've heard people call you guys lore aficionados, but I think my frogs are best. Everybody spam OS frog. Capital O, capital S, lowercase frog. Every lore fan.
Bless you on this
Oh, hi,
fine
Aureo.
day,
The town's name? Weaklings. Oh man, if you have a big fan base, you should definitely call your fans weaklings.
My mana is gone.
Ah, hey, he's how you doing? Three, two, one, boom. Awesome. Alright, I just did that for the experience. I'm too low a level for it to give appreciable master reputation. Off-Srog? Yeah, it was a bit weird for the, it was a bit of a weird musical choice for the moment, I agree. Wow, I just killed that boss in one hit. I've got my gear a little stacked. Boom. Peaceful track for a violent society. Yeah, how goes the Minecraft? Still working on that tunnel. For those unaware, Hiza and I are working on a tunnel connecting our two bases. Excuse you. Thank you. What the? Ah. Alright.
My Allflame, my blessed, damned Allflame. Oh, you want your... Please.
And he's dead. Awesome.
Ricardo, we remember you, Fairgraves. Your death will be much celebrated.
Farming ice. Yeah, I'll take the attack speed. It sets off my OCD issues a bunch. I'll do, like, fast-paced maps, but leaving stuff behind, like, again, at this point, there's probably no pro PoE players watching me. Oh, a silver coin for Navali. There's probably no pro PoE players watching me at the moment, but the reason I'm stopping to pick up everything is I have aggressively bad obsessive-compulsive disorder. If I leave stuff behind, it drives me to distraction, so I'm picking up all the little worthless bits of currency. I'm picking up things that only I will want, stuff like that. I can play with other people, but not for all that long. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to go after Mervale. We're coming up on the boss of the act. We're about to leave Act 1. Mervale here, hundreds of years ago, ooh, a breach. Hundreds of years ago, Mervale was a high society woman who fell in love with a pit fighter named Duresso. They had a whirlwind romance, and he gave her a gift that he had won, an enchanted amulet that helped her sing. But the amulet was corrupted, and it drove her to madness and started to transform her into a monster. He brought her to Rayclass, trying to track down where the amulet had come from, and he was forced to leave her here while he traveled inland. And he died before ever coming back to her. Yet we actually get to fight his ghost later in the game. But Duresso failed to save her, and so now she's the Siren. Alright, give me a second to murder my way through here. Alright, I think that's everything. So she's been here for centuries, going crazy and slowly mutating until she is not human at all anymore. There's very little left of Mervale inside her head. And unfortunately for her, she is barring the way to the inner part of the continent that we need to get to. So, we're going to get our murder on, which is honestly kind of a mercy for her. Tale of Lost Love. Yeah, pretty much. It's even appropriate that you replaced God with Cod there because she's a fish lady. God, I'm doing way more damage than I thought I would be doing. It's been a while since I've leveled this type of character. Oh, hey, alright, here's an earlier League mechanic, Rogue Exiles. Basically, AI-controlled players that drop a fuckload of stuff. It's awesome. Some of them are really dangerous, some of them are just a joke. Like, Antony Napora can lay waste to your entire party if you don't have a good way to deal with her. Oh, hey, here we are, Mervale. I'm gonna kill her way faster than I wanted to. I wanted to show off the boss fight first. And her true face. Check that out. More Ursula than Ariel. Than Ariel. I had a girlfriend named Ariel for a while. Merville. Merveil. I've already got Sunder. I don't need any of those. I'll just take the Sunder and sell it. Alright. Drop the essence here. And the leather belts for sale later. Oh, right. Bestel has a gift for me.
A mighty... So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hands and Truggerby. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that, big number.
It's too bad the amulet corrupted her mind alongside her body. I know a lot of people who would be up for dating a girl looking like that. Yeah, I can't say you're wrong. To which direction do I want to go? This way. Interestingly, with the right vendor recipe, you can actually make the amulet in the game. The Star of Rayclast, if you look up the recipe on that Teddy. Yeah, you're not online.
All life is twisted in Rayclast.
Oh, an essence immediately. Sweet. Essence of Sorrow. Let's see what effect that one actually has. It has an effect if you're immediately dead. Fair enough. I'm doing way too much damage. I wanted to show off this game, and really it just looks incredibly easy. I'm geared out my ass. It isn't this easy. What next? I'm not going to be able to do anything with endurance charges for a bit. Yeah, I'll go down with strength. Some extra health. I've only leveled this build once before, and that playthrough was me sounding out the build. Now that I know a bit more about how it's going to go, oh, a breach. Nice. All right, let's see what we got. It's a tull breach. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Tull's clasp hand. Yes, had a couple splinters in it. Awesome. Made it. Okay. All right. So basically breaches are a game of keep this open long enough to grab the thing. And those clasped hands are specific special chests that have stuff and probably splinters in them, which is why I was so excited about them. This character is going to be a lot better for breaches than my summoner. The summoner is good for making her way through the game, and it's my favorite playstyle to begin with. But she has some survivability problems, the way I build her. It's ludicrously fun to have 5 golems and 10 zombies and 3 specters and 85 animated weapons up at once, but it's rough. It's rough mostly because I'm running specifically. Oh, the splinters, sorry. I went over this a little earlier, but the splinters, 100 splinters of a specific type get you a breachstone, which lets you, there's my breachstone tab, which lets you enter a post-game bonus boss area. You fight your way through it, you kill the boss, you get cool items. You have to make your way through it fast enough that oh, that has attack speed. No, that has attack speed too. All right. Fast enough that you can make it to the end before time runs out. But you know that's fairly easy if you know what you're doing. Depending on your build, obviously. Alright, what do we got for items floating around? I got that axe. That axe is awesome. I can't use any of these yet. But those splinters are only dropped by rare breach monsters, unique breach monsters, or the clasped hands. Alright, mana regen rate I don't need. Fire damage. No, I'll keep the raw damage. I'm not going to be doing much. Wait, actually, I might be able to get a herald now. Let's see. I do not. I cannot. All right. Do I have a herald sitting around? Herald of Ash. I do have a herald. Sweet. Now, auras in this game are interesting. What you do is you... do I have a hatred sitting around? I do, but it's level 24. Okay. Auras in this game are interesting. What you do is you reserve a certain amount of your mana pool, a percentage. Excuse me. And your mana pool is reduced by that much. You can, there are ways to do it from your life and mana pools. There are ways to modify how much of it is reserved. Stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorite mechanics in the entire game. Extra fire damage, chance to ignite. No, I'm not going to bother. Let's see. Nope, nothing else I want to put on. And here I'm going to demonstrate it. This Herald is not technically an aura. It doesn't get aura benefits, but I gain extra damage as fire damage, and enemies that I kill explode, and ignite near my enemies for percentage of the overkill damage that I do. So trading max mana for other effects, exactly. And now everything I hit is going to explode. My attack speed is gonna go up, I promise, eventually. Now, for those who have not played Diablo-esque games before, there are 4 rarities of monsters, strong boxes, and items. Normal is white. It has no modifiers except what is innately on the item or monster or strong box. Magic has 1 or 2 mods, and is blue. And it is not terribly... Well, thanks for coming by, Mo. But yeah, magic is not terribly powerful, but packs of magic monsters are great to see because they give lots more experience. Rare monsters come in ones. Like they are singular entities in packs, and they have a bunch of mods. They are meant to be little mini bosses. Bosses are unique monsters. They are they have special effects that you can't get on the randomized things. They're specific, they're specific enemies pre-created, like the Rogue Exiles or this guy, Nice, who does special things, and would be doing special things if I weren't stunning him to death. Oh, and there's the den. I needed to go in there. One of the most fun items in the game is the Headhunter, which says when you kill a rare enemy, you gain its mods for 30 seconds. Which is ludicrously fun, and it means that you get more and more powerful and faster, and all those things. Like, if you kill a rare monster and then you kill another rare monster, you get both of their powers on separate timers. Ooh, a breach. You get both of their powers on separate timers that expire individually. And if you get the right ones, eventually you will just... you'll be moving at 10,000 miles an hour and killing things in one... There are 2 breaches here. Alright. Immediately splinters. I like this. that, thank you. Okay, I think that's everything I'm getting from this one. Oh. Ha! Got you before it died. Got some splinters here. Yeah, the main advantage this build has over my summoner is speed. I love the summoner build, but the way I like to play it is very leisurely. So it's not great for clear speed challenges such as a breach. And you can see these guys slowly dying as they burn to death. And this is an Esh breach. I'm not going to get a ton out of this. Maybe I am. Esh's clasped hand. No! Missed it. Alright. Well, I still got a bunch of loot. Breach really changed the loot dynamic of this game. You get so much currency and stuff from breaches. It's very good risk-reward game design, but it does mean that picking up other stuff starts to feel like kind of a waste of time. You don't have to pick up stuff outside breaches as much because the drops from breaches are so good. Now that'll change once it gets rolled into the main game and breaches become much rarer, but for the moment it's a bit troubling because there are some cool vendor recipes you get from picking up random rare shit. I really am looking forward to this getting rolled into the main game though. Ooh, Tormented Spirit. Alright. We're just gonna kill you. Got him. Alright. Yeah, you and I will do a workshop on your gladiator a little later, Ted, I think. I can probably help your dude stay alive more. Because I may not be a huge melee guy, but I have played me some Facebreaker once in a while. Oh, my throat. Excuse me.
What do you want?
Alright, let's sell some Garbaggio. Excuse me. Sort of. Yeah, they run their own internal alphas and betas for the mechanics, but here's the thing that that you learn from game design, or at least I've learned from observing people do game design, is you never really know how broken something is until you throw it to your players to tear it apart. And so they do what they can to balance a mechanic, but until the player base, and they've only got 100 people in the company total, and not all of those are design team people, so there's only so much they can do. They reach out to the best players in the game to help them test things in alpha, but then they just got to throw it to the player base and see what happens. And sometimes some crazy shit will happen. There's a very famous example of a guy named Gouda, who is very famous for the builds he did. Gouda, there's an aura gem, a support gem that supports a curse, that turns a curse into an aura. It's called Blasphemy. When they released the Blasphemy skill, it had bonuses to the quality of the curses that it had and the curse effectiveness, and there were curse effectiveness stuff you could do elsewhere, and there are certain items that gave extra levels to the curse and all that jazz. But there was a magnificent confluence of things where you could you could reduce nearby enemies' speed by 101%. You could stop time around you. And while that was hilarious, and it took a lot of investment to do, and didn't work on bosses, it was an immediate problem. They threw out like 5 different emergency changes to the game just to deal with that one issue. Because I think we can all agree that a build that freezes time on 99% of enemies is a problem. But usually it's different things like finding out how players deal with specific enemies. GGG tends to have a problem where they'll release things too powerful and then have to tone it back. The bosses that you face are more dangerous. Bonespire Talismans, for example, got a day 1 patch because they killed you almost instantly, the way they stacked damage together. Which, if there's one problem I really have with the design team, is that they err on the side of kill you quickly, rather than slowly ramping things up. The current final boss of the game, Malachi, is a perfect example of that. It's hard to kill him without dying. Which is not a huge problem in softcore, is absolutely a huge problem in hardcore. Yeah, Grinding Gear Games are the developers of this game. Ooh, a breach. I'm going to say, ooh, a breach, every time I see a breach, because I've been saying, ooh, a breach, in my head every time I see a breach for the last 2 months. It's a fun, exciting mechanic, and I love it. It's such a bonus. I'll grab the endurance charge thing now. Oh, that's a weird graphical glitch. Huh. What the hell? I guess that's another thing they have to iron out, is weird graphical glitches that come from new particle effects like the breach. It's not going to crash my game or anything, so I'm going to play through it, but that was weird. And again, it's a 90-person team. I'm going to go a little light on it, especially since they're the people who put out this game for free. Clasped hand, come over here and die. Splinter of Esh, thank you. Ow, 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 ow.
I cannot carry this.
Yeah, I probably don't need to keep picking up all this junk to sell. It's not going to get me all that much.
What troubles you
But
bring?
yeah, this game has its flaws, but it is my favorite game in the world, and it's really what a lot of devs are starting to look towards for what you can do with free-to-play while still having it not be a pay $5 to have 5 extra minutes of game time or to resurrect your character. To not have it be that kind of nightmare that nobody respects. This game does ethical free-to-play. Wow, that is distracting. Wow. I'm gonna move past this area because that's not supposed to be happening. I think that's just a graphical glitch with the breach. That's weird. Might be a setting I have somewhere. Here I am showing off this game. No, that's still happening. The hell? Hold on. Exit to character select. Let's see what happens when I reload. breach is spreading, yeah. Okay, so it's still happening. Let's see what happens if I generate. I think it's just a problem with this tile set.
Over here, Exile.
Oh, hey, Tora. I'll talk to you, but I don't think I'm going to actually do your mission. That is weird. That's not supposed to be happening. Again, this is a small indie dev team, so let's forgive them this, but I've never seen that happen before. Go figure it happens immediately on me trying to stream the game. Yeah, you saw those little turrets walking around and doing stuff? That was the effect of the Essence of Woe. Man, this is weird. Well, that's a problem. With silver coin. I'll take that. I mean, it'll go away once I start hitting a place that doesn't have this tile set. Which will be soon. Another silver coin. Man, I'm getting showered in these now. Oh, it's something to do with the corners of the path tile set. It's only happening there. That's weird. I'm a Digidescent, and this is a sign I'm going to the digital world soon. I mean, fair. Guys, let me show you my favorite DC game ever. The game breaks. I swear this never happens. Yeah. Weird thing during my show off the game stream, but you know.
You're trouble. I like that. Know what I don't.
Well, this is one of the interesting little choices. This is something that will give you a bonus to your character. There are 3 bandit lords. You have to choose which one to help. Or to kill them all and help the people in the town. I generally kill them all because you get a skill point for that. In fact, I'm going to kill Creighton right now. But it does build the fighting things. For example, you get a specific type of extra maximum charge on the 3rd difficulty when you do that. Yeah, I guess the game heard me about needing to iron out some graphical glitches. That's spectacular.
I have seen one.
Talk to Yena for your... Oh, right.
The white beast spirit is
Let's go with... Life belt. What have we got here? That is a terrible belt. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Fist of Lightning. I'll drop that Fist of Lightning on there. I'm not high enough level for an Ancestral War Chief yet. Oh, that's a bunch of attributes. 2 to 6 fizz damage isn't that important. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, excuse me. Alright, anything else interesting? No, not my Storm is garbage. Flat damage versus the percent damage. I like the... Yeah, I'll take that. I don't need the Molten Strike anymore. Alright, let's see. The Solaris Lorca is better than the Bramblejack. No. Yes. Yes, it is. drop the Bramblejack back in there. Is that a better Fairgraves Tricorn? 70, 2123. The one I have on is 2123. 2723, that's better. Ooh, another axe. Alright. Culling Strike is the thing. Oh, area of effect. Gain non-kill. Yeah, I think I'll use that. I'm specifically using two-handed... Oh, wait, actually. This is better than Solaris Lorica for what I'm doing. Movement speed is helpful. Cold res is helpful. The attack speed is helpful. The dexterity is... Yeah, I think I'll pop that on instead. I'm going to be gearing up for a minute, guys. Sorry. Alright, so I think... Yeah, I'll quality up the wide swing. Get at least a 4 link. There we go, and 3 red. At least 3 red. I'd like 3 red and a blue, honestly. Okay. I'm changing the color of my sockets to get a favorable setup. Alright. Yes, I'm using a lot of currency on this stuff, but, you know.
What troubles you bring now?
Okay.
Return.
All right. Ready to get? Nope. I don't actually need to go back to the broken bridge. We are going here. Yeah, I think it's something wrong with the tiles of the path. Yeah, it's the path tiles. Weird that they load in and then freak out. That's very strange. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with this for a minute. Sorry, guys. Just going to run past everything here. Oh, not past him.
Return to Kitama.
Ooh, a breach. I'm going to keep going. Ooh, a breach. Till breaches stop being exciting. Spoiler, they won't. Okay, well, that was good enough. We leveled up Sunder. By the way, the last message I got was you did just tell us the game needed more time to iron blah 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 blah. Actually, you're not going to pick that up. Have I been missing messages, or has everybody just been quiet? Letting me ramble. I need to pick that up. Ooh, corrupted area. I'll go down into that in just a moment. Did I leave anything up here? I did not. Corrupted areas are little side bonus bosses that were added in an early expansion. You can find one. Oh, you've just been quiet. Cool. Making sure my chat wasn't broken again. Yeah, admiring how the glitches look. Oh my god. Yeah, it is a really cool effect. It's just, wow. The hell? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, I need to actually... I sold my Herald of... I sold my... Feck! Alright, I'm an idiot. I sold my Herald of Ash because I'm dumb. Good thing I have another one sitting around waiting. Move you down there. So, centuries ago, Rayclast was rocked by a cataclysm wrought by the Queen of the Val at Ziri. Or the Vale, I always forget how to say that. Okay, you go hop inside that unique monster. Tormented spirits will possess rarer unique monsters, make them more powerful, and make them drop a fuckload more loot. And boom. Look at all that. At Ziri, sacrificed her entire kingdom to make herself immortal. She's an immortal monster. She's one of the bonus bosses at the end of the game. And the Veil Orbs, which can turn items into interesting things, or gems into interesting things, or what have you, are part of her legacy. The corrupted areas like this, you can find one of two things at the end. A Veil skill gem, which is a special version of the skill gem that does special things, or a sacrifice fragment. You assemble sacrifice at dawn, dusk, noon, and midnight. In the map device at the end of the game, you get to go fight at Ziri. Because of all the lore you drop. I do drop a fuck lore of lore. I'm a story guy, okay? It's why you're all here. At least I think that's why you're all here. I'm fairly entertaining, but my analysis is part of the charm, I think. I could be horribly wrong. Here we go. Finally get out of this mess. Oh god, look at that. That is a nightmare. It's just that one kind of tile, too. I don't know what the hell. The hell is that about? Kind of build would Connie go for? She would probably play a duelist. She might play Flicker Strike, she might play Cleave, but she'd be a sword character. Actually, she'd probably play the Ranger and play the Raider sword type because thematic. And having a kick-ass lady to play as would be cool for her, I think.
I will repay your gift.
Level 20 already. Already, he says, 2 hours into his stream. Okay. I'll refund the points later if I run into trouble. Lore, your job is both being ignorant and understanding things deeply once you're not supposed to be ignorant. My job is mangling words. Ignorant of them anymore. Ooh. Well, that's a rarer strong box. And like the strongbox does specific things. It can have extra things in it. This one detonates nearby corpses as a dangerous thing. Ooh, there's a tormented spirit over here. I can tell. Whoop. All right, fair enough. See those little green flames above monster? My game just crashed. Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna boot the game back up. Give me a minute. The game is still an indie game. The game is still, you know, it's very polished indie game, but it's still an indie game. It's got its own problems. It's got plenty of issues like that, where the game will crash for almost no apparent reason at all. They fix crashes constantly, but again, it's a very small team. Alright, let's try this again. It was probably the area that crashed. Instance crash.
Travel far.
I am also a comedian. I do try. Oh, finally! Endurance charge on melee stun. Stun support. Drop that. Comedian and a writer. I do try. I'm astounded at the reception some of my recent writing has gotten. I'm very happy about that. Alright, we've got the game still loading stuff in the background. Yeah, it's the same area. It was just, there's something that crashed in the game files. I'm not sure what. The fact that live vlogs are a thing you can make money on it is awesome. There's not a day that goes by that I don't marvel at that fact. Yeah, I'm gonna give the game a minute to load. There's not a day goes by I don't marvel at that fact. And how many I believe FD called it a cottage industry of imitators. I'm sure there are people who do it better than I do, but I kind of codified a new way to do it, I guess. It's probably not a new way, but I had enough success that people started imitating how I do it. I'm still astounded that I made it this far, especially since I started this as like a tiny little project, a tiny little hobby. Move my way around these traps. Well, thank you, FD. I appreciate the sentiment. I'm never going to rest on my laurels, though. No matter how many people tell me I'm the best out there. And, like, there are different styles that appeal to different people. Some people prefer the way Silver does things. Some people prefer the way I do things. Some people prefer Zephyr, who is not exactly new, but new on this particular scene, I guess. There's someone out there for everybody to enjoy. And if there isn't, you can make it to yourself. Why did I decide to start live blogging? Well, it's because Tumblr just wouldn't shut up about this goddamn show. Oh, I'm getting... Aha! Hello. One sec. Okay. Oh, another corrupted zone. Sweet. I kept seeing Steven Universe on my dashboard. People were freaking out about it constantly and talking about how good it was. And I said, you know what? Fine. I'm going to watch this show. And it's been a while since I've really seen somebody do a live blog. So I'm not sure why I decided to do a live blog instead of just watching the show. But I figured it'd be interesting enough to people on Tumblr that that I might get a little bit of attention. And then it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and by the time I was done murdering myself with an episode-a-day schedule, which obviously I can't keep that up, but by the time I'd been doing that for a month, I had a ludicrous number of followers, a ludicrous number of views, and the attention I was getting was insane. Oh, yeah, I get Shrapnel Bearer now, the first one. I spent so much time looking for that asshole. Whatever. And by the time... I started it in September. By the time December rolled around, I was at the point where I asked for a couple donations in January, and I got like $200 on the spot. That was when I realized that I could make a thing of this. It took me a while to come back to it, though. You may recall from January till, like, June, I didn't do much. I was overworked, and, you know, I've been dealing with several levels of mental illness. Ooh, a breach! Because it's still exciting. I've been dealing with several levels of mental illness for the past couple of years. I'm going to wait to enter that breach until I finish talking. I actually, I always like getting asks from you, Phil, because I remember when you talked about that, and you were the first person I ever realized was following me without being on Tumblr. And you made me realize that people were following me without having Tumblr accounts, and that blew my mind. When you've made it past the medium you're delivering yourself on, that's special. Alright, I'm going to shut up for a minute and fight in this breach. You are over here. Alright, I think that's all I'm getting out of that breach. But you were the person who made me realize that I had started to reach people outside of Tumblr. That blew my mind. I spent probably 6 months barely able to do anything because work was hellish and I was severely depressed. And when I got back to it in June, I was all excited, and then I immediately got onto that anxiety med that drove me insane. That made me barely functional. It was not a fun time. I managed to grab some boots to boost my life, give me a keystone and free up 3 passive points, plus give me an extra endurance charge. My damage now reaches 22k with 7 endurance charges. Dude, that's awesome, Ted. What boots? That rocks. But, then I set up the Patreon in the end of May, but I didn't really use it until August, and from there, good things have been happening. Alright, how do I want to go about this? Which direction do I want to go? Yeah, Teddy, by the way, Teddy is in my guild. Oh, right, you can get frenzy charges on a Calm's Roots. That's awesome. Yeah, the Calm's roots are, if those are all things that you want for your build, the Calm's roots is great. It's easy to find, and the maximum frenzy charges thing is, you know, easy to do, but... Oh, excuse me. What direction do I want to go? I'm actually going to refund that. Grab a little life and resist. Alright. I love the visual effect on the explosions. Actually, do I have a Gloom Herald? Hang on, I think I might have a Gloom Herald. It's a Water Nova, it's a Demonic Blade Vortex, Divine Righteous Fire, Grasping Cold Grasp. Do I have a Gloom Herald? I have Dark Fireworks. I do have a Gloom Herald. Hold on. See how that looks. Yeah, Calm's Roots is not super meta, so it's not used in a lot of builds. It does change the way it looks. Okay, fair enough. Alright, how the hell am I going to get... Where the hell do I have to go? Up, obviously. But, let's see. August rolled around, and I had lost my job at that point because, again, I was curled up in a ball, and my brain was lightly sobbing. But, yeah, it's... From there, I haven't looked back. It's been rough the last couple months because I've been so severely depressed that I've only been able to work a little bit. And this is my job now. I should be working harder. But I'll live. You probably have a lot of non-Tumblrite followers on your Worm Live blog because Shark shares the blog on Reddit. That's awesome. It's always nice to see, like, tangible evidence of other people sharing your blog. Like, occasionally I will check a link that I have bookmarked that is just, here are your... here's every link that links to your blog that has been shared to Reddit. Alright, come here. Got it, splinters. And it's always cool to see people sharing that. Granted, it's pretty much all people saying, hey, he's about to start a live blog, and then people complaining that I take a break halfway through. But, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. But this, the fact that I can make a living off of making people laugh is something that is something that I have wanted to do for a long time. I've joked before that you all thought I was a comedian, but surprise, I'm a drama writer. But really, I'm both. I've always wanted to make people laugh, and I've always wanted... But my writing tends to be dramatic. I was actually surprised to find that I had a flair for comedy. And Teddy says, the fact that you worry about working hard means you're probably already doing your best, let's be real. Fair enough. Yeah, I got no problem with furries, man. You think anyone who grew up in the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom online has any problem with furries? Come on.
Make it fast. Going?
And now that I have 7 of these that I'm not going to use, I can trade them and a fragment. Oh, hang on. I should have dropped that on the belt there. And let's see, survival secrets, survival skills. Yeah, I'll just corrupt that. Sell 7 of these, and a fragment for a Veil Orb. And I'm going to Veil Orb this and see what I get. Gave a bonus. Plus 2% to Chaos Resist. That's pretty cool. Not, you know, not a terribly useful skill gem. I was hoping it would corrupt into a corruption-specific gem, but, you know, whatevs. Yeah, if you think there's any way, shape, or form that I have any problem with the existence of furries in my immediate vicinity, you're a very silly person. Granted, I grew up in the Sonic fandom, so I've been neck deep in the worst weird stuff furries can offer, but that's just something that comes from every different community. And let's be real, we taught the My Little Pony fandom how to take things too far. Yeah, you see in the top left now. I have a buff. I have a buff icon that has 4 and has 5 and keeps counting down. That is my endurance charge count. They give me certain benefits. Let's see here. Charges. Endurance charge, physical damage reduction per endurance charge, 4%. Elemental resistance per endurance charge, 4%. Life regen per endurance charge is 0.2%. I get endurance charges by stunning enemies, and there's a skill later on that will just give me endurance charges when I use it near enemies.
Empire was built by sickened minds.
For some reason, gay furries are drawn to my work. I don't want to toot my own horn, but could it be that unlike the Tumblr general attitude of we're tolerant of people who think exactly like us, I provide an actually welcoming community and don't take any bullshit from hypocrites? Could that be it? Yeah, there's also like there is an awful 10% of every social group and type of community. And it's the loudest, most annoying 10%, and the more of a community there is, the louder and more annoying that 10% is. Yeah, that is an interesting thing. I've never met a community that's willing to drop money like furries. Like, they're generous and they commission people, and it's insane. Why is it specifically them? I don't know, and it's interesting. Okay, come on, give me some clasped hands, please. And thank you. Why am I saying thank you? You're not doing what I'm asking. Alright, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Alright. I try to make a great community. I've been in some bad communities. I've watched some communities fall apart. So, while I'm somewhat dazed and confused in operating like specifics, I know how to keep a community healthy. Oh, hi, Zachary Demarai. Here's a Rogue Exile that I killed in 5 seconds. That is actually a Rogue Exile that was added later, the winner of the Best Dressed Exile competition. They added him into the game. A lot of programmers and tech people in Furrylands. Anthrocons donation record. That would be interesting to see. Yeah, like, even before the question was brought up, I knew that furries tend to make the money happen. And it's always been interesting to me why, what intersection of what other social group? Weak thinks that it's programmers and tech people. I've heard some people assert that it's just rich people tend towards that sort of fantasy or aesthetic enjoyment. I don't know, but it's interesting. But yeah, I've been going at this for a couple hours. What do you guys think? Is this a fun, like, get together, shoot the shit sort of stream? Because I play this a lot on my own just for fun, and it might be cool to just, you know, stream while I'm playing. Quiet while I fight my way through a breach. While I fail my way through a breach, apparently. Give me something, please. Yeah, that's everything I'm getting out of that breach. Yeah, you guys like this as a stream game? Good, because I like it as a stream game. And here I am using some of these things. Like I just turned that normal strongbox into trying to find a good thing. Guarded by a rogue exile, I'll take it. Because they give good experience and they drop a bunch of loot. A lot of furries aren't artists themselves, and the furry avatar is them to varying degrees, so they're more used to purchasing art, I think. That's a good point, actually. Other types of creative OCs are less apt to commission specific artwork. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a very good point. And we'll get this jewel slot next level. I believe I'm headed towards the labyrinth. Yep, here we are. Laura now has another excuse to play more Path of Exile. Look, I'm gonna do it anyway. I might as well entertain people with it. Ow, ow, ow. Rude. Yeah, if I was an artist, I'd draw a lot of my characters. If I was an artist, I'd have been making a living off of comic books already. Or rather, I'd have failed to make a living off of comic books because I would have started them when I was terrible and given up after failing a bunch. But instead, I spent the last 15 years honing my skills, and now I make a living analyzing children's cartoons. Oh, don't worry, Heza. The fire will come later. I'm also on a much more durable character than the one I usually set myself on fire with. There is a specific trial where you usually hear me screaming about being on fire when we're on calls together and I'm playing. Hi, Piety.
Go and test your sinews against that monstrosity. Perhaps two wrongs can make a right.
Fuck you. I make money analyzing children's cartoons. Truly, we live in the best cyberpunk future. You got a point there. I am not going to argue that point. I am not used to these guys going down in 2 seconds. I'm liking it, but I feel like I'm not really showing off how challenging this game can be.
Going?
Enduring Cry, that's what I needed. Thank you very much. Enduring Cry gives me endurance charges per nearby enemies. And regenerates some life immediately. That's what I've been waiting for. Oh, and we're just going on to the west now. I think I'm probably going to call the stream after I kill the boss of Act 2. But this has been fun to just chill. Because I only have an hour left before quiet time, so... Actually, I should probably go back and get the Ancestral War Chief, gem, which I believe is sold here. Nope. Got the Blood Rage, though. Get one of those. Do I have a cast when damage taken? Damage. Oh, starts at level 38. Never mind. Alright, do I have a War Chief? I do not. Alright. Is it in Act 1? Oof. Oh, excuse me. Alright. War Chief. Let's see. Totem decoy, Ancestral Protector. No Ancestral War Chief. I guess that's from Act 2 once I've completed a couple more quests. Fair enough. I can't even remember the Flintstones theme. Alright, take 2. There is, well, he's not part of the game anymore because he threw a temper tantrum about the direction the game was going, and left. But he was a huge donator during the start of this game. $10,000 donation backer, stuff like that. And he paid to get drop bears in the game. Those koala monsters that you're seeing, those are his doing. He's actually got a statue of them that was made specifically for him because of it. Yappa tappa dab. Ooh, a breach. Come on, give me a breach rare. Well, that breach gave me exactly nothing. Yeah, the Explodey aura-like ability is coming in really handy. It's one of the things the build is... One of the problems with physical builds is that there are two things that are so much better than most other auras that you don't really have a choice about which auras you run. There are other things you can do, but Hatred and Herald of Ash both give a % of your physical damage as extra damage of an element, and that is incredibly powerful. Actually, I think I can probably grab my Hatred aura right now. No, 24. Are we having stream problems? This is the least apropos music that could be playing right now. It's not unwatchable, is it? Breaches the marketplace and in town. Alright. Well, we'll see what it looks like on the recording. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the big difference between Path of Exile and Diablo 3 for me at the start. Both of them are always online games. But Path of Exile is free. You didn't pay anything for the privilege of playing this game whenever the servers are up. This game is completely free to play. Whereas Diablo 3 made you pay $60 for a game that couldn't connect. Or that you couldn't play. I like playing my games single player. I like being able to access them when I'm not at my computer, or I bring my computer to a friend's house who doesn't necessarily have good internet, stuff like that. I want to be able to play a game I love this much whenever I want. You can't do that with Diablo 3 or Path of Exile, but the difference is Path of Exile is good. Path of Exile is free, so it doesn't force you to pay for the privilege of not being able to play the game. It's a much better game than Diablo 3, and it's, in general, much better handled. Like, anyone who's played Diablo 3 knows what of a mess that game was at the start and how it hasn't really improved. I played through the first couple acts about a month ago just to try and give the game another chance, and it was still god-awful. It is neither deep nor wide with its itemization or builds. Give me you, thank you. Oh yeah, I'm experiencing that stutter. That's completely the game, not the stream. Come on, stop dodging me. Alright, well, I got some splinters, so that's good. And I realized I was just talking in circles there, but I don't know, this game has a couple of the same problems that Diablo 3 does, but the way in which it is presented makes up for them.
I caught some rats.
And she goes down.
There's no blacker magic than death, witch.
I agree, which is why I play a necromancer usually. And yeah, I'm also salty because I spent $60 pre-ordering Diablo 3 because Diablo 2 is one of the greatest games ever made. It has its problems. A lot of the greatness is in the context of the times, but the game still holds up today. The game is still fun today. I actually want to get together a crew of 7 people and do a fun hardcore run where if you die, you're done. Where everybody picks one class. And like I would go through as a summon answer and yeah, the campaign in Diablo 3 was kind of insultingly bad. Weak, you should absolutely recommend this game to your dad. If he liked Diablo 2, hell, if you like Diablo 1, this is a game for him. It's complex, it has a lot of build depth, it's a little obtuse to get into. it has some problems with that. Like, it is not very accessible for newbies, but I have a guild where we just, share gear and talk to each other and help each other learn the game, that he would be welcome to join. You just got to give us his character name. I guess maybe I should restrict it to just people who are part of the community, just to keep people, having a definitely good gameplay experience. Not to shit on you, Dad, but I guess you being part of our community is enough of a connection. Yeah, like, this game is better than Diablo 3 in not every way, but most ways. I'm sure there are ways in which D3 is better. Probably has more stable servers. Probably crashes less, but the game itself, every time I've picked Diablo 3 back up to justify my original purchase of it and try to give it another chance, as soon as I boot it up, a little voice in the back of my head starts whispering, "You could be playing Path of Exile right now." But yeah, actually, if your dad wants to play, we'll help him as a guild if he wants to play as a group rather than do his own thing at first. Yeah, best not to take not to shit on your dad out of context. Ooh, an essence. Oh, hey, Aura Greengate. Hi, Aura. Bye, Aura. A breach and an essence right on top of each other. Well, that's going to be a trip. I think I'll try to hit the the essence first. There, I hit the essence first. There are two breaches right on top of each other. I love this. Why do I never see breaches like this on my summoner? There are two clasped hands, three clasped hands. Oh my god, what is this? I love it. Don't stop, but please, more. 4 clasped hands right on top of each other. Holy shit. Wow. That's fair. And there's another breach right up ahead. Oh my god. And a corrupted zone. Good lord. Fuck, I did everything yesterday already. Well, time to play some Path of Exile. I'll take that, thank you. Snick, 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 snick. But yeah, almost every area in the game can generate these corrupted side areas that have a little gauntlet, a boss at the end. And a prize. Veil Cold Snap. So you see this purple guy over here? That is a magic mob with a bloodline mod. In this case, Frostbearers. When I do this, and kill it, there's a little mine that gets placed. Bloodlines was a league, it was one of the last leagues before Act 4 was added. And it was a joy. Usually I only play the softcore leagues, but I loved Bloodlines. Non-Bloodline packs are now really boring, to be honest. Alright, yeah, this one's not going very far. Ooh, okay. You, get back over here. I'm gonna kill you and get a splinter. I didn't get a splinter from it. Oh well. Well, loot at least. God, I am getting a density of this stuff that I never saw on my summoner character. It's also harder to spot breaches and essences from a distance when I have the mini-map in the top right corner. And I did not kill her before she pieced out, but now she's dead. Whew. All right.
Troubles you bring now.
All right, what do we got for these rings? Nope. 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 Alright.
Going?
Doop, 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 doop. Doop. Alright. Throw up the gem there. Dum dum dum. And that's another breach stone. Awesome. Alright. Now, I think I'm only going to play this character when I'm on stream. I think I'll keep that to be with you guys. What was I going to do? Oh, right.
You help us.
Melee Fizz.
Hello.
More damages. No, nothing. Maybe it's, Maybe it's, Where is the Ancestral War Chief? I forget. Hey, Teddy, can you look up which vendor sells Ancestral War Chief for me? Oh, right, I gotta actually talk to Bestel. No. Okay. Oh, I should probably actually put a jewel in that slot, shouldn't I? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Do I want to get a stun duration? Cannot dodge, cannot be stunned. I guess I want that. Yeah, I'll go that way. Clarissa Act 3, okay. Alright, Melee Fizz. Slam, Enduring Fry, Herald of Ash. Sunder, Endurance Charge, Added Fire. More Melee Fizz. Let's see if I can get this to be just 4 red. For now, at least. Give me the 4 red. Come on. I'll get there eventually. Or 3 red and a blue. I'll take that too. You don't have to. I'm not sure. I'm probably not able to use it yet either. 3 red and a blue. I'll take it. Malefice. And Pistol Lightning. Okay.
Hello.
Is 2. Lightning is an act. Okay. Whatever. Oh wow, I'm actually about to hit. Yeah, I will actually hit level 24 real quick and then go back to town. Yeah, I figured I was too low level for it. I'm almost there. Come on. Thank you. Alright, now we'll look through this. Grab these resists before I go off into the middle of everything. You up. Gems. Hatred. Alright. Jewels. 2-handed melee weapons, area damage, fire and lightning resists. Night, Crix. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. Oh, I have that available now. Alright. Oh, that's a chaos. Alright, let's see. Let's try the unique unique jewels first. Fail scale crit chance. Okay. We'll start with that. Okay, nothing else on this screen that I want. Time clasp is not useful. 45 Legion. It's another self-flagellation. Let's see. Chaos damage does not bypass out. More Veil Skill crit chance. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's see what we have for jewels. Attack speed. Fist damage and 8 res. Alright. I'm not going to be critting very much later. I'm going to be taking Resolute Techniques, which is cannot miss, cannot crit. Attack speed, I'll see what the attack speed turns into. I don't need the accuracy rating. Damage. Night duration. That's one-handed melee weapons. Increased fizz damage, a high roll of that. I don't need projectile speed. Damage with claws. Max life and ignite duration. Oh hey, Path of Exile song just came on. Sweet. Increased max life. That Area damage, nope. Crit chance. Max life and rarity I'm going to actually check out. Spells, melee crit. Attack speed with two-handed. That is two good mods, but fizz damage with axes. We'll see what that turns into. Spells with shields, attack speed, weapon crit, strike chance. As rarity. Let's see what the rarity. Okay, so that's all the jewels we really have to look at. We're gonna lightning resist, mana cost of skills, useless. Attack speed and rarity. All right. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a Diablo fan. Evasion rating. All right. His damage with 2 mana. All LE resists. Max mana. Kind of weak. Global crit chance. All right. So it's melee weapons, rarity of items found. Damage. The 8 to all LE res is pretty good. We'll regal this and see what we get. Melee damage while holding a shield. Nope. Alright, well, we're going to put that on. Now, jewels, jewel slots. If you've played Diablo 2, you know what charms are. Jewel slots are those that you put on your skill tree. It's a customizable skill point, craftable, and is basically a charm slot. Some of them do unique things, as there are unique jewels. But they are pretty interesting. Okay, back to the riverways. Make sure. Right, I don't get that till level 32. Alright. But yeah, I'm absolutely a Diablo fan. I played hundreds of hours of Diablo 2. Just by myself. Without... Oh, man. The damages. What was it I got? Fizz damage and LE resist. And now I'm doing even more damage. But when this game came along, I fell in love. I didn't fall in love immediately. I played it a little bit back in Anarchy League back in 2013, and then forgot about it. And then I fell in love when I picked it back up during Beyond League in near the end of 2014. It's such a good game. And what failings it has, and it does have them, are pretty much mitigated by the fact that it's free. This is the best free game I've ever played. And that, I don't feel the need to qualify. Now we're about to fight Oak, the last of the bandit lords, and in merciless difficulty, he gives me an extra endurance charge, so we're going to help him then. But for now, we're just going to smack him in the face a few times. And be done with it.
Over, Bandit King.
I will say, the voice acting, outside of some really spectacularly good voice acting, a lot of the voice acting is kind of stiff. Ooh, a breach. He says, still excited about them. Alright. Let's see. Oh man, you were standing in the wrong spot, buddy.
My monitor's gone.
Man, they are way denser when you get near the end game. But yeah, all the little teal things that you see dropping are different skill gems, and if you pay attention, you'll see there are so many. I can't even describe them all. Basically, what my build tries to do is stun enemies, make endurance charges, get an endurance charge whenever you're hit, deal extra damage based on how many endurance charges you have, which you will have a lot, take less damage based on the number of endurance charges you have, and you will have a lot, and use the Sunder skill, which is fun, and I like it. The game is definitely good at making you play longer than you like. It's not good at making me want to do Haku missions, because once I've got what I need from him, they're kind of A, redundant, and B, slow, and C, boring? To me, I don't know. They really need to make his more interesting and more attractive. They used to be really dangerous, and that's why I avoided them, but now they're just kind of a waste of time if you're not trying to level him for a thing. Ooh, Jeweler's Strongbox. A specific subtype of Strongbox that drops jewels, rings, amulets, and belts. Nice, Ted. I'm going to be playing after the stream is done, too. So don't think I'm going away from that. I just will have to stop streaming because it'd be too loud. But I will leave this character for only when I stream with you guys. I'm going to go back to trying to get the special microtransactions. One thing, and I encourage you to, if you do pick up this game, try out the leaks. If you like this game, you get permanently missable cosmetic effects. Like, you see all these cosmetic effects I have here. Some of them are only available if you reach a certain number of challenges while a league is going on. Once the league is over, they're gone forever. And the challenges are, like, there are 40 different challenges that you can fulfill at various levels of difficulty. Teddy's already hit like 14 or 15. He just picked up the game a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. He's played a lot of it. Some of them are hard, some of them are really easy. But at 12, you unlock a specific cosmetic effect, in this case, special footprints. At 24, you unlock a special effect. In this case, it's Portal, which I'm working at. And at 36, you unlock a special effect. At 19 challenges, and then every 3 challenges afterward, you get a level on a special totem decoration you have as a trophy. Basically, it's fun. You should do it. I like it. That's all I have to say. God, I could spend hours. I have spent hours extolling the virtues of this game, but I'm never gonna stop playing this game. I'm gonna be playing this game in 2020, and I'll still be excited about it. I love it so much. I love one-shotting everything, too. Holy shit. I do mean everything. This is ludicrous. Ah, here we go. Here's the way forward. Ancient Seal! Uh-oh. Lore's grave will feature a screen of his brain dumped as an AI playing Path of
Way
Exile.
to Kitava, father of corruption.
That's an interesting sci-fi story. Not the Path of Exile bit, but the rest of it. I'm gonna have to ponder that for a while. But yeah, we are now on the lead up to the boss of Act 2. The Veil Oversoul. Oh, you. Haha! Caught you before you left. Awesome. Which is probably the most laughably easy of the boss fights. Like I can finish it without getting touched by the boss once, and it's kind of designed around you having to. He used to be a lot tougher, but then he used to be in the beta days. He used to be the final boss, and then a boss in Act 3 was the final boss, and then the final boss of Act 3 got added into the game. Basically, they did the open beta thing.
God bless you on this fine day, Exile.
Imagine a sci-fi world where you can play online games with basic dumps of past loved ones as AI. That would be interesting. Use that to guard me while I do this. Grab some resists. What are my resists right now? Oh, I've got plenty of cold res. Awesome. I'm gonna leave you behind, El Rayon. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, what do I have without? Looks like I need to pick up some fire and lightning. Ooh, a breach. Oh, I want to get away from this asshole. He's gonna explode. Vault of Flame Bloods, a specific mod on rare monsters. Alright. Here we go. Haha, more splinters. I'll be taking that, thank you. And I guess that's all I'll be taking. Man, I don't even know what the splinters drop looking like normally, because I've always seen them drop with my item filter on. Interesting. I just realized that. Bismuth flasks. Yeah, I've made a lot of jokes to myself about those, but I'm gonna leave them be for now. Alright, coming up on the final area. Areas. Very scurry burrs. God, I'm so overbuilt. I'm so overbuilt. I guess meta players would say I'm exactly correctly built, but... And melee fizz. I'll be taking that, thank you. Oh, hey, Kura. Kuru. Let's just not deal with you. How did I miss all of them? Thank you. Alright, I believe we are here, yes. We are at the base of the pyramid. Oh, right, I actually gotta turn it in. I'm dumb.
I am so sorry.
Alright, there we go. Now.
Nothing like this.
Nope. Do not care.
Travel far.
I'm only tired of hearing it because I hear him say that constantly, but it really is a creative way to say, go the hell away. Oh, I should probably actually grab a Fist of Lightning Gem. There we go. Now my DPS is even better. Yeah, you keep finding gore drills, Ted. It's kind of amusing. Alright, so yeah, there's an endurance charge up there. Which way do I want to go to get it? I'm not getting anything else up there, so I'll go down first. Get these elemental resistances first. First. Alright, now we can play. Once I get that Restless Ward on, I will have a lot more leeway time for these endurance charges. But for now, here we go. There's the way up. All right, the ancient pyramid. Hey, a breach. It's not even me trying to be funny. That actually is my reaction whenever I see one.
My monitor's gone.
Yeah, Eternity Surf Cold has some good stuff in it. Little distracted. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I'm lagging a bit. Yep, that's all I'm getting. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in Eternity Surf Cold. Not even sure which part of it you were talking about. It's just pretty much all good. And some lightning res. Yeah, I want to get Unwavering Stance. Wham. I really need the bleed chance nodes. Oh, and there's the way up. Floor 2. So, Phil. I don't think Minda is here. You can click on the like little list button to see who's in. Yeah, Minda's not here. A bit let down about how we did not see reaction to that thing last night. Oh yeah. It would have been nice to live blog Homestuck. Now be careful about Minda spoilers. Remind me which thing that they're going to react to? And here's the top. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a little while. That's gonna be a little while. This is probably gonna be super anticlimactic. I'm actually gonna make it to the Act 3 town, but this fight is probably gonna be super anticlimactic because I'm probably gonna kill him in like 10 hits. I am doing so much fucking damage. Are. Almost gotcha. And boom. Well, that was easy. And now we wait for the pyramid to rise. Alright, so I actually got this just in time. We're going to make it to the Act 3 town.
I give this warrior of Kitava to you, Chukohama, my father of war.
But yeah, he's probably going to have a field day with that, Phil. I'm going to make it to the Act 3 town. This has been a lot of fun. I feel a little embarrassed because I know a lot about this game, but I'm not exactly discussing super advanced stuff. I'm just talking about the basics. But oh, hey, here's my favorite Rogue Exile, me. Minara Anamina is a summoner exile who does special cosmetic rogue skeletons that are statues and raised skeletons and raised zombies from corpses around her. And occasionally she has Veil summoned skeletons, which is awesome. And I love her, and she is my favorite, and I'm always sad when I have to kill her. Because she's trying to kill me. Like, no. Settle down and have 1,000 skeleton babies. Did I actually talk to Clarissa? I don't think I talked to Clarissa. Yo, Clarissa.
I don't mean to sound unbelievable.
Let's go. Post-stream plans. I'm going to play some more Path of Exile, eat a cookie, and watch some Markiplier. tomorrow, I'm going to be doing more stuff. I'm going to try out an Overwatch stream, but that's probably not going to work. But I will probably just do an episode tomorrow. Lord likes his ladies capable of killing. Have you met Hiza? Of course I like my ladies capable of breaking me in fucking half. That's all I want from a significant other. The ability to murder me easily. Alright, and with that, I'm going to cut the stream. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that I have gotten you interested in Path of Exile. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this in the stream, I love this game. I love this game so much. This is probably my favorite game in the world. Certainly one of the few that I've spent the most time on over the course of my entire life. Play this game. Play this game. It's so good. If you like Diablo, play. If you're mad about Diablo 3, play. If you like Diablo 2, play. If you just think this is a cool looking game, play. It's so good. It's so good. Also, look at that. Look at that effect. That is straight up an item in the game. That is not an MTX effect. That is a unique item called Cloak of Flame. Where'd they go? I don't know where they went. Whatever. But yeah, this game is free. Play it. It's so good. I am going to cut that there. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys around. Adios.